Some emotions don't arrive loudly. They grow in silence until they become impossible to ignore. What begins as admiration slowly turns into something far more dangerous. This is the story of Miller's Girl.
Is it more romantic for you that way?
This is no romance.
Alice opened her mouth to say something, but the words fell away. Mr. Murphy loomed over her, his Cadillac eyes hungry and bored.
I want you to read to me.
Alice watched in slow motion as Mr. Murphy's tongue undulated when he spoke.
Read it to me the way you read it to yourself.
Alice took the tattered Henry Miller paperback off the bedside table and spread it open on the comforter of her bed.
Begin here.
Cairo has recently turned 18. Her parents love traveling abroad, which is why she lives alone in a large house. But literature always saves her from boredom. She has only one dream: to become someone's favorite. Today, something new will happen in her life. She will be able to meet a writer just like herself, her teacher Jonathan, who found inspiration in this remote town. Cairo arrives at the class earlier than anyone else, which surprises Jonathan, and he asks where she lives. They exchange details of their lives. Jonathan is impressed that Cairo has read the entire curriculum. Cairo jokingly says she likes it a bit rougher. Then Winnie enters the office and takes her friend to talk. While they are gone, Jonathan looks at Cairo's books. He is distracted by Boris. He immediately realizes that Jonathan is reading the girl's book, as its plot is very vulgar. The boys probably wouldn't be interested in it. Cairo also likes to read a book written by Jonathan. He lives with his wife Beatrice, who is also a writer. He tells that his student reads his book.
Hello, wife.
Hello, husband. Huh. Red letter day. Would your school finally get computers?
A writer.
Well, I'm forever stunned that the children in that backwater shanty can read at all.
The duo starts dancing, but they are distracted by a call from Emmy. A new day comes, teachers relax, sitting on a bench and sipping coffee. Boris wonders if ghosts live in the forest. A few seconds later, Cairo comes out of the woods and approaches the teachers. Boris offers cookies, and Jonathan can't take his eyes off Cairo. A little later, Winnie tries to get Boris' attention. She directly says that she is interested in their communication. Cairo calls her scattered. After the lessons, the friends gather together. Cairo admits that she finds it difficult to find a topic for her future book. Winnie suggests experiencing a moment that will help find a topic for writing, such as intrigue with the teachers. The problem is that none of them had serious relationships. Winnie wants her first encounter to be with Boris. Cairo also needs to understand that Mr. Jonathan looks at her differently, but Cairo denies it. Throughout the day, she reads Jonathan's book. During classes, they can't take their eyes off each other.
Could we be that to each other? What was I saying? Feels like unlet rain. Feels good. It feels pink.
Jonathan asks her to come to him after lessons, and Cairo's mind revolves around the same desire, to get all of his attention. A little later, Jonathan decides to dance a bit, but Cairo distracts him. She promises not to tell anyone about his infatuation. Jonathan suggests going to a poetry club. Maybe she'll like something there. He has read her latest work, and she really liked it. Cairo is burning with embarrassment and explains what her work was about. Jonathan wants her to write a story in the style of her favorite author. Cairo accepts the task, adding that she has fully read his book, after which she repeats some phrases she liked the most. Jonathan doesn't even know what to say. Cairo interrupts the awkward pause and asks for forgiveness. Suddenly, Winnie enters the office and the duo finishes the conversation. Today, the teacher and Beatrice visit the cafe where Winnie works. Boris jokes with the girl, and Beatrice wonders how beautiful the girl who read his book is. He replies that she is very smart and unique.
Cairo.
Did he tell you that Cairo read his book?
He sure did. Is she pretty?
Is she pretty? Oh, she's talented.
Damn, even worse.
Beatrice decides to declare that Jonathan is not a writer. He chose the job of a teacher. After that day, he never wrote a new book. The next day, Cairo attends the literature club, and she feels that this day will be very important for her. Jonathan is glad to see her. A boy comes on stage and reads his work. Jonathan listens to him attentively, while Cairo looks only at Jonathan. The next day, she brings coffee to the teachers. Boris shares his cookies. Cairo doesn't understand why Boris makes such delicious cookies, but she doesn't tell anyone about it. He could sell them. Winnie knows how to make logos. Later, the girls went to Jonathan's office. He says he's going on vacation with his wife. Winnie sees how the duo communicates with each other, and when the teachers leave, she suggests to Cairo to take the first step and tempt Jonathan. Their conversation is interrupted by Boris. He decided to sell cookies. Winnie quickly joins their team. She just needs his number. On this day, Cairo calls Jonathan. He promises to visit her before leaving.
Hi. Yeah, my phone.
And whose phone do I have?
Cairo Suites.
It's Mr. Miller.
Sticky fingers, Miller.
Honey, I've got to drop something off at a student's house.
Do you need the address?
I know exactly where you are.
Cairo reflects that when love is real, it is quiet and unyielding. A few hours later, Jonathan arrives at Cairo's house. She comes out of the house in a white dress. Jonathan can't take his eyes off her as she approaches him. Cairo stops and asks him to come closer. Jonathan still stands in place, and then Cairo takes the first step with the next kiss. When he returned home, he constantly received messages from Cairo. Beatrice is irritated by the notifications, which prompts Jonathan to go out to the shed. There he begins to read Cairo's new book. He becomes engrossed and imagines that the main characters are them. Unable to resist, he does something dirty. A new day arrives. Cairo notices Jonathan's strange behavior and asks what's wrong with him. Jonathan replies that she needs to choose a new author. She insists that he asked her to write a book on a topic she knows. Jonathan asks if it's true that she knows it. Cairo replies that it's about them. Cairo describes it as about two similar people who reject social constraints. However, Jonathan still considers this book too adult. Cairo is convinced that he is too scared. They are no longer strangers. Jonathan tries to explain that she is his student and he is a teacher. Cairo still wants recognition that the work is good. Jonathan just doesn't want to admit it. She calls Jonathan excessive but lacking ambition. He could be much better, but right now he's irresponsible. Before leaving, she leaves her story in the administration box. In the evening, she meets with her friend. Winnie asks if she likes Jonathan. Cairo calls him imitation sushi, but she still loves him. Meanwhile, Beatrice learns about what his student wrote, but he doesn't tell her who the story was written about. Beatrice manages to convince him to tell about the works. Cairo suggests Winnie write to Boris, and she does. He comes to visit Jonathan's family. Beatrice notices Boris texting someone, but he won't tell her with whom. The conversation reaches another level, and Boris puts away his phone. The administration calls Jonathan and accuses him of inappropriate relations with Cairo. He realizes that if she manages to prove something, he will lose his job. Beatrice adds that not only his job but more, and asks him to tell the truth. Jonathan swears that nothing happened.
It's not all you could lose. Did something happen between you?
Nothing I invited.
Teenage girls are dangerous, Jonathan. I hope you know what you're doing.
The next day, Cairo skips classes. Winnie looks very upset. She tries to make Jonathan feel guilty, but he looks as cold as possible. Later, Cairo goes to the principal and describes their adventures. Jonathan has to defend himself. He's lucky that their stories coincide. During the break, Boris realizes that Jonathan has fallen in love with Cairo. He was unlucky because he doesn't see the boundary that shouldn't be crossed. This led to such a difficult situation. When Beatrice returns home, she starts asking her questions. Beatrice doesn't believe his lies. Jonathan couldn't deny that there was a spark between him and Cairo. This was the last straw. Beatrice decides to file for divorce.
God, I'm in hell.
Make yourself at home.
Why are you so punishing?
It's the only thing that makes you bearable, baby.
Don't you worry for me at all?
Winnie goes to Cairo and asks her not to harm Jonathan. It will ruin his life. And it's all because he rejected her. Winnie stands up for Jonathan and says that Cairo is lying. She quickly responds that Winnie won't be able to do it. She has dirt on her and Boris. When Cairo finishes writing the book about her and Jonathan, the film ends.